Today we're going to talk about how to use your call details report to optimize the traffic you're receiving from each of your advertising sources. To run your call details report, just go to your Online Reports dashboard, select Online Reports, and then select the Call Details Report from that drop-down menu. Only your site should appear under the customer or site, but if you do have access to multiple sites, just click the property that you wish to run the report for. You can also facet by call result, ad source, duration, and time period. We're going to run this report for the Hamptons for yesterday. You'll see that the call details report pops up in a new window. You can see the exact number of calls that were received during your time period and the average duration. The Hamptons is closed on Sunday, so it's no surprise that we see an average duration of 0 minutes and 0 seconds. On the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see that each call has been assigned an index number. This index number is your unique identifier for each phone call. If you ever have a question about a phone call, please email the index number along with your question to me, Lauren Curley, your marketing director. This helps me know what phone call you're referring to. You'll also see that some calls may have a speaker associated with them. If there's an envelope, it indicates that there's a voicemail, and you would just click on that speaker and envelope to play the voicemail. We know that based on a recent study from AT&T, only 1 in 10 people leave a message. So CallSource, or LeaseHawk as the case may be, is a really helpful tool for property managers because it allows us to catch the contact information for prospects that may have not otherwise left a message. As you're reading the report, you can see the date that the call came in, the day that the call came in, the time the call came in, the location, the ad source, the duration of the call, the tracking number that that person called from, and then you'll also see the caller number as well as the target number. The target number, which is the unbolded, underlined number, is just your property phone number. The number above that is your prospect number. This is the number that you would use to call your prospect back. Under result, you'll see a little explanation of call details here. A red N indicates that it's a missed call. A green C would indicate that the call was connected. With missed calls, it's extremely important to identify that the call has been returned. Each of you will receive from me a 4-digit code. At the end of a tracking call, you'll hear from LeaseHawk to enter your 4-digit code to assign the call to you. If you'd entered that 4-digit code, your name would appear under employee. But don't worry, if you forget to enter the code or if you miss a call and can't enter your code, you can always update this little yellow man by clicking on the little yellow man and selecting your name from the drop-down menu. Then the next time that you ran your report, your name would appear under employee. This is also a helpful identifier to let us know that you've returned a phone call. When you return a phone call, just click on the little yellow man and select your name. And that way, we know that you've returned the call. It's very important to return calls in a timely manner. Landmark tries to return all missed calls within an hour of the missed call. This makes it 7 times more likely that the prospect will submit an application or lease the apartment than if we had returned the call after the first hour. We know that that's not always possible. So as a general rule, if you can't return the call within the hour, return it as soon as possible, but no later than the end of the day. If a call comes in after business hours, you are required to return that call before 10 a.m. the following business day. And then just select your little yellow man, click on your name, and then click Update so that we know that you've returned the phone call. You can also click on the Admin button to add helpful notes so that you know that you talked to the prospect. When you click on the Admin button, you'll see that you have numerous options. You can email the audio, you can save the call, even though it says delete it, you can't really delete it. Saving the call is pretty important, Because if there is a call that you want to use as an example, or if you think it's a great call and you want to use it for training purposes, you can save the call for an unlimited time period. Otherwise, the call only saves for 30 days. You can select a sales status. Called back is a pretty helpful one, but you can choose any of the sales statuses below. And then type. So if it wasn't a prospect call, you could select employment, new customer, political, or whatever best described that phone call. And then click Save Changes. We're going to go ahead and do that for this call. You can also add notes. When you want to add a note, always enter your initials and then put your note. Then click Save Changes. And then you can close the window. Although your comments won't appear automatically when you close the window, they will appear the next time that you run this report. So if I close out of that window and then view the report again, you'll now see these little notes right here next to the admin button. If I click on those notes, I then can access my notes and comments, my sales status, and my type. So that's how you can use your call details report to track your missed calls and to optimize your follow-up.